you live each day of the week. Come on, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. What you waiting for? Come and take a seat. Like and subscribe, this is where you wanna be. Cause you know we gon' talk about it. Let's talk about it. Get in here, we in here tonight. So get in here, we in here to vibe.
Hey everybody, hello. First video, well actually the second video of the year. How's everybody doing? I would be on camera, but y'all know I'm sitting up here in my robe in the comfy of my own house, but I'll have my video on, my camera on later, okay you guys? This is not gonna be a long live. I have been consuming water. How's everybody doing? Let me know if you can hear me. Y'all see my title. It says already in 2025. Already, you guys. Already in 2025, y'all. Heartbreaking news. Okay? First of all, hey, everybody. If you have not heard, it is 12:08 here in Texas. And we are already facing a terrorist attack for 2025. All right. I don't know if you guys heard the news, but in New Orleans, a crazy deranged person drove their vehicle into a crowd on Bourbon Street, killing 10 people and injuring 35. Now, if this is triggering, I'm going to need you to exit the room. If not, hit that thumbs up button for me, please. And I want to play this video of the breaking news, what happened in New Orleans. This affects us all, you guys, okay? This affects us all because literally just last night, my husband said, babe, what we doing next year? We're not staying in the house next year. We're going to go somewhere. And I said, I don't know, maybe New York. And he says, what about a cruise? I said, why a cruise, babe? He said, because a cruise, they won't have no foolishness. He said, everywhere else, they be having foolishness. And then we wake up this morning to this. He literally just said last night that he would rather go on a cruise. You hear me? He would rather go on a cruise than to go to New York, California, Las Vegas, or any of the other hot spots for New Year's. Dubai is a nice spot too. They don't have this type of crime in Dubai, okay? They don't have this type of crime in Dubai because they regulate hardcore, right? You're not carrying around no gun. Well, this didn't happen. This wasn't no gun injury. It was somebody plowed their car into a crowd, okay? Which is absolutely, absolutely demonic, crazy. I don't even know what other words, just evil, insane. All right, so turn your volumes up so you can hear what's going on.
Bring you breaking news now this morning. A suspect is dead following a mass casualty incident on Bourbon Street in New Orleans. New Orleans police say at least 10 people are dead and 35 are injured. Our New Orleans sister station has also confirmed at least 2 officers were injured as well. Crime 2's Christian Garza has been following this story this morning and brings us the very latest details from officials there on scene. Christian, good morning. Tell us more about it.
That's right, Tim. Yeah, we just got new information from police in the last 30 minutes. Now, what we know as of right now is that a truck plowed into a group of people around 3:17 this morning. The New Orleans Police Department superintendent says the suspect was trying to run as many people over as he could before he crashed his truck and started shooting at officers, hitting 2 of them. New information from NOPD within the hour confirmed the suspect died at the scene after a shootout with police. NOPD says no further information on the suspect is available at this time. The New Orleans FBI is taking over the investigation. An assistant special agent says investigators did find an improvised explosive device at the scene. Along with New Year's celebrations, the Sugar Bowl is also happening in town between Georgia.
Okay, so let's go to the next one. That was that one. All right.
There, I believe we have an eyewitness on the phone on Bourbon Street when this happened.
I want you guys to listen very carefully to this eyewitness. I have to say this again, and I need to reiterate. If this type of stuff is triggering, please sign off because the guy is going to explain in detail what he saw, okay? So he's going to describe the conditions in which they were in, all right, when he saw them. And these are deceased people he are describing. So if this bothers your spirit or your soul, please do not listen to this, okay? All right, thank you.
Me, Catherine. Jimmy, can you hear me okay?
Yes, ma'am.
How are you doing?
I'm blessed, but I've been better.
I bet. Can you walk us through where you were this morning and describe what you saw?
We were kind of finishing out the night from Bourbon towards Canal, and there was a lot of commotion at the end. So we ducked off into a nightclub for a moment to let all that settle, what we thought was settling. And then within a couple of minutes of walking in, a group of frantic females run inside, push past security and hide under tables. And so when we seen that, we live here, and unfortunately, our first thoughts were somebody shooting or chasing them. So we knew the club we were at, we ran upstairs. We knew they had a balcony. Whenever we got to the balcony, it is not what we expected. It was the beginning of the mass casualties. Dead right in front of us was someone's mother, twisted, obviously deceased.
Again, you guys, if you cannot stand to hear a very gruesome type situations, I'm gonna need you to exit the room or at least put your earplug down because it is gonna be graphic how he explained the condition in which he saw the people, the deceased people. Okay. All right, just warning, warning, warning.
We counted 8 just from a couple of seconds of standing there, 8 bodies. 2 looked to be at least alive. I wouldn't say survivable, but alive. And the other 4 were clearly, very clearly, graphically deceased.
That is
And
a gut punch to hear.
no one was around. Like after they were mowed over, not knowing anything, like no one was helping these people. They wouldn't let us out. I have training personally, and they just immediately locked us in there. And we could see some people did eventually go and start attending to the bodies. One man, deceased, had tire tracks across his back. And then when someone turned him over, he had tire tracks across his stomach.
Now
And he
that's
was
just
clearly
crazy.
crushed. The mother that was in front of us,
Now I don't even know how that can even happen. Tire tracks on your back and your front. Like how in the world can that happen? But let's continue.
she was just horribly disfigured. A little girl that we had seen dancing as we were walking up the street was as flat as a pillow. I mean, it just kept going. Like every eye shot, body.
It's difficult to hear. I'm sure it was far worse to witness and
It
to
was
experience.
unbelievable. It was only to be referenced to a movie. The way
Did you see the pickup truck, Jimmy? Did you hear the gunshots that were apparently fired after this happened? Or had you been in the nightclub at the time that this happened?
The gunshots is what we thought was the commotion of the street,
I see.
but it was so loud where we were kind of like in the thick of it. And then the truck, we heard the truck barrel by as more people piled in. And as soon as we got up to the balcony, he had already advanced 8 to 10 blocks. And that's what I was trying to tell the other people is there were no barricades. Like this barricade stuff they're saying is not true.
Was there any barricades at any part of Bourbon Street when you came into the French Quarter?
Yes, we have tank barricades, like the metal, hydraulic raising, unrammable barricades, because this has happened so many times. When we got there, me and my friend were surprised that they hadn't put these up, because usually you can walk safely in the middle of Bourbon once you hit Bourbon. They weren't up. So you still kind of had to watch your back for cars, but this is at 8 p.m. So now we're at 3:15, 3:10 a.m. They never put the barricades up. This man was able to hit 70 miles an hour for a clean 8 to 10 blocks down Bourbon. And we had barricades.
You say 8 to 10 blocks, Jimmy, during the time when you were in the club. How long did it take him to go, let's say, those 8 blocks, would you say? How many seconds?
A minute, 2 minutes tops. He was out of sight. Police were on foot
This is horrible.
when we got to the balcony with M16s hustling down the street. They didn't even have time to get in their vehicles yet and chase him. They were on foot chasing him. He was long gone. And the only thing that stopped him is when he wrecked out. And that was clean.
Yeah.
And y'all will figure out the coverage of where the carnage started and where he wrecked out, and that'll show you exactly how far he got, and that there were no barricades on Bourbon up.
When you walked out of that club, Jimmy, go ahead, please.
They had the flimsy triangle style orange and white barricade. That's what they had.
I think you're referencing maybe what we're looking at here on screen, some of those barricades, similar to those perhaps.
And that ain't no damn barricade.
This is a city. Yeah, that it has been through agony. It has been through hell this morning. When you walked out of that club, did you go home? Where are you now? What did you see? And how are people doing around you that were witnessing this as well?
Well, I mean, I'm at home now, but we were held prisoner with those sights and carnage and memory inside that club for over an hour and a half with no one telling us anything, which I understand you got to cordon off the crime scene. But even when they let us out, they never told us anything while we were in there. Like, a lot of us knew what happened, but some didn't. But even when they came in and told us to leave, they just started grabbing us. The police just started grabbing us by our clothes, throwing us out. And if you've seen my Facebook video, you can hear them in the background, just throwing us, literally physically grabbing hold of us and yanking us out the door. Doesn't matter who we were with, because my buddy that went with me, I think he went to the restroom. So when they said get out, they didn't care who you were waiting on. They wanted you out now. And if you didn't, they told you you were resisting. They yanked us out. So me and him got separated. They put their hands on him, yanked him out because he was looking for me. And just the way they treated us after that. And the bodies are still there. They're just covered up with pink sheets. And you can see that in the video. They walk us out, past all these bodies again, treat us like crap, and say, have a nice night.
Unimaginable horror in New Orleans this morning. Jimmy Cothran, we are so grateful to you for sharing what you saw, for helping to fill in some of the details, some of the questions that so many people around the country have as they are watching the aftermath of this unfold. A lot of people are thinking about you and your city. Jimmy, thank you very much for being with us this morning.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated.
So that's our first tragedy, you guys. Terrorist attack of 2025. This is horrible. Prayers goes out to New Orleans, okay, and the surrounding areas. This is sad, and it just takes me back to the 9/11 incident where we lost a lot of people. I know this is not as tragic as that, and I'm not trying to pin it up to that, but this is absolutely awful. Like, you cannot even go these days and try to have a good time, stay out of trouble and just have a good time, because now you got to worry about your front, your back, your sides. You understand what I'm saying? And your children, okay? Because some of us have adult children that go to these events, they party. I just heard my daughter tell me, Mom, I'm going out next year. I'm going out. We're going to go out next year. But can you imagine, your grown kids out and about having a good time, trying to experience life as we did. And now they have to worry about things like this. Somebody taking off 70 miles an hour, plowing through cars for 8 to 9 miles. It's absolutely ludicrous. It's horrible. So anyway, hold on to your loved ones, just hold on to them tight. This is absolutely horrible, you guys. And yeah, this is 2025. Welcome to 2025 already, right? 2025 already. We have to deal with something like this. So Jessica says, my friend's daughter was there and she died. Her mom told her not to go and she went and just posted it. It was so sad. So Jessica, your friend's daughter went, but did your daughter go? I hope that she did. Not that she shouldn't have went, because we shouldn't be afraid to go somewhere, right? We don't want to just sit in a house and just be afraid to go somewhere. So sorry for your loss, Jessica. And I know Ashley was telling me something about her daughter works at the hospital, or somebody she knows works at the hospital, and said the hospital was covered with blood. You got to think, if 10 people die and 35 people are injured, those 35 people that are injured may be injured very badly. Because can you imagine being hit by a car going 70 miles an hour? Now, I will say this. I see your comment, Mrs. Hurd. You said the FBI has released a statement with more details. I'll read that in a minute, but it says here that the suspect is dead. the suspect in the deadly New Orleans attack believed to be dead. Now, I've heard other news outlets say that that's not so, that they actually have the guy in custody, but they're not telling his name because they assume it is a terrorist attack, okay? But let me pull up the FBI statement right quick. Hold on. Sorry about the keys being all loud. Let me just see what the FBI has released.
For you is our unified command, leading with our mayor.
Hold on.
And
Is
Mayor
this it?
Victoria Cantrell will start with her remarks.
Give me a second. Thank you.
Okay, just give us just a little space, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.
Good morning. First of all, we do know that the city of New Orleans was impacted by a terrorist attack. It's all still under investigation. You'll hear more after me. However, I have been in direct contact with the White House, with Governor Landry, and of course, the Unified Command who is present here. What I'm asking at this time are prayers for those who have lost their lives in the city of New Orleans due to this tragedy. In addition to that, I'm asking the public to stay clear of 8 blocks around Bourbon Street. Stay clear from Bourbon Street, 8 blocks around. Very active, and again, a unified command is in place right now. I'm going to ask Chief Kirkpatrick to give you an update. You're then going to hear from our agent in charge relative to the FBI. So at this time, Chief Kirkpatrick.
Thank you. All right. Good morning, everyone. So I'm going to give you as much of the information I possibly can. We are going to give you an update a couple of times today. So we will give you just the basics this morning. All right. We had this event started at about 3:15. It did involve a man driving a pickup truck down Bourbon Street at a very fast pace, and it was very intentional behavior. This man was trying to run over as many people as he possibly could. It was not a DUI situation. This is a more complex and more serious based on the information we have right now. With respect to numbers, we have right now, and as you already know, this could change throughout the day. We do know that there are 26 injured people who are at UMC Hospital. We know we have 4.
Thank you, Ms. Hurd. Thank you.
4 at Ochsner Baptist, 1 at Tulane. But even as I was walking out the door, I believe I have an unconfirmed additional people who have been taken to other area hospitals, possibly on the east side. But we will give you as many correct numbers as we can as the day progresses. It is a very tragic situation for me to tell you that we know we have 10 people that this man killed on Bourbon Street. That is why we do not want anyone on Bourbon Street today. Wherever you see yellow tape, please do not violate this tape. This is in order to protect and stabilize the scene. We have information to a certain degree of the demographics of those who are in the hospital right now. We do not know at this point how many could be tourists versus locals, but from the information I have right now, it seems the majority are locals versus tourists. What I also can tell you is that this man, this perpetrator, he fired on our officers from his vehicle when he crashed his vehicle. 2 of our officers have been shot. They are stable. and we will give you an update on them. I have yet been able to go to the hospital. I will be leaving here for us to go visit our officers. We have called in every officer that we have. We have so much appreciated our partnerships who have also offered us staff. Last night, we had over 300 officers out here. And because of the intentional mindset of this perpetrator who went around our barricades in order to conduct this, he was hell-bent on creating the carnage and the damage that he did. Because of the nature and the indices that we have on the scene, and we have enough information that the FBI will be taking over this investigation. And with that, I am going to be asking, this is the assistant agent in charge. This is Agent Duncan, Special Agent Duncan. And she has taken over this case on behalf of us and the FBI. As always, we will be in partnership with.
First, I want to give a big, huge shout out to our sister assistant FBI agent Duncan. Go on, Agent Duncan.
All of our partners, but Agent Duncan, if you want to have a few words for me.
Thank you, ma'am. Good morning. My name is Alethea Duncan. I'm the Assistant Special Agent in charge for FBI New Orleans. As Chief Kirkpatrick said, we'll be taking over the investigative lead for this event. This is not a terrorist event. What it is right now is their improvised explosive devices that was found, and we are working on confirming if this is a viable device or not. As Chief Kirkpatrick said, we're asking everyone to stay away from Bourbon Street, specifically from Canal Street to St. Anne. That is my ask. Once again, stay away from Bourbon Street, Canal Street, all the way to St. Anne until we can figure out what is going on. Our goal is to provide you additional information at the 11 a.m. press conference. Thank you so much, and we will be in touch.
Yes, I will say that we want our community and our visitors to continue enjoying. There's so much to enjoy about New Orleans, and we are going to make sure that our routes in the Superdome are safe today for the game. And yet we had this tragic event, and we're sorry again to everyone in our.
Yes, Tinker. The FBI said it wasn't a terrorist attack, but the mayor and the chief of police said it was a terrorist attack. Okay, so let's just follow the trail right quick.
Community, but we do want you to go about the day. As we say, just stay away from Bourbon. Okay?
Can you elaborate on the device? You did say something about the device.
We actually are not going to be taking questions this morning until we have more information. That's why we will give you an 11 o'clock briefing. So until then, please hold your questions. We will give you everything that we possibly can. Okay? So 11 o'clock, we will see you at the headquarters, and we will go again from there.
Okay, let me look at the FBI statement right quick, and then let's find out if they have reconfirmed. Let's see if they have
impacted by a terrorist.
I'm sorry. Let's see if they have reconfirmed or have confirmed at all that it was a terrorist attack. Okay, so the FBI statement says, and I read, FBI statement on the attack in New Orleans. Today at approximately 3:15 a.m. Central Standard Time, an individual drove a pickup truck into a crowd of people on Bourbon Street in New Orleans, killing at least 10 and injuring dozens of others. After hitting the crowd, he exited the vehicle and fired upon law enforcement. Law enforcement returned fire, and the subject was pronounced deceased at the scene. 2 law enforcement officers were injured and transported to a local hospital. The subject has been identified as, okay, so they did identify him, 42-year-old Shamsub Din Jabbar. Okay, so that sounds like a Middle Eastern. A U.S. citizen from Texas. That joker was a U.S. citizen, wow, from Texas. He was driving a Ford pickup truck, which appeared to have been rented. So it sounds like it was malicious some type of malicious intent going on. And we are working to confirm how the subject came into the possession of the vehicle. An ISIS flag, y'all already know ISIS, that's a terrorist. An ISIS flag was located in the vehicle, and the FBI is working to determine the subject's potential association and affiliation with terrorist organization. Okay, it sounds like they're trying not to say anything too soon, but the writing is on the wall. Weapons and a potential IED were located in the subject's vehicle. Other potential IEDs were located in the French quarters. What? What? Oh, MG. So that's why they're telling people to stay away, because they said other potential IEDs were located in the French quarters. The FBI special agent bomb technicians are working with our law enforcement partners to determine if any of these devices are viable, and they will work to render those devices safe. Okay? The FBI is the lead investigative agency, and we are working with our partners to investigate this as an act of terrorism. Okay? We are aggressively running down all leads to identify any possible associates of this subject. Okay? So basically, what they're saying is, before they come out 1,000% and say it is a terrorist attack, which it seems to be, they want to make sure they have all their I's dotted and all their T's crossed before they definitively say that it is a terrorist attack, okay? But it sounds like the fact that they had IEDs all around, located in the French Quarter, honey, they was trying to mess some things up, okay? So it does sound like this may not be an act of one person, because I can't see someone being able to plant IEDs all around a street or an area and then do what he did all at the same time. So it sounds like there may be other perpetrators out there that have not been caught. You understand? So again, this is an active investigation going on with the FBI, and I'm 1,000% sure that they're going to get down to the bottom of it, because the FBI, y'all know, they don't be playing. They don't be playing. This ain't just no local police department. This is now an FBI investigation. All right. So my prayers, my heart, my cries, my tears goes out to New Orleans, and anybody has family members that's there or associated with New Orleans. And if you are going to the ball game today, I know that the chief of police said that it's safe and to continue to go on about your day. But if it was me, yeah, no, I wouldn't be going to no damn crowded football game today. Now, that's just me. Of course, you know, that's just me. Anybody else have to, you know, do what their heart tells them to do. But I would definitely stay away from large crowds. Actually, I'll stay my ass in the house today if I was in that area, especially the fact that they said other potential IEDs were located in the French quarters. Okay. And now they have to go and try to make sure that they are deactivated or not ready to pop off. Do you understand what I'm saying? So, you know, the IEDs are what they find in war zone, you guys. So the fact that they have IEDs in New Orleans makes my heart drop, because IEDs test some crap up. You hear me? So, yeah, you know, I see Knee Deep say they need to cancel the football game. That's a lot of money lost to New Orleans, and that they probably thinking about money, but I would definitely cancel it, especially if they say that there was potential IEDs and an ISIS flag. What the F? What in the entire F? You know, and the guy was from Houston, so he must have looked at the map and saw where there were going to be a large crowd of people, and he drove from Houston all the way to New Orleans to commit such a crime. Okay? Such a crime. So she says they ain't gonna lose no money to show. The show must go on. So the show must go on. I see what you're saying. The show must go on. But if it was my loved ones, I would tell them, y'all better watch that damn game on the TV. Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, stay, you know, is it that important? I would not. And then the French quarters, all around the French quarters. Oh, my goodness. So the plan was to make way more damage than just 10 deceased and 35 injured. It was designed to make way more damage, you guys, way more damage. I see something that was updated 25 minutes ago. I don't know if it's, hold on one second. I don't know if it's, let's go back. Hold on. Give me a second. I don't know if it's repeated news, but I would say 12 minutes ago. All right, let's look here. Find out what they got. All right, so 12 minutes ago, it looks like a suspect identified as FBI investigate acts of terrorists after Bourbon Street attack. All right, so I think it's the same thing that they're saying. Yeah, so no new news. They just identified the guy, and the guy, he's a U.S. citizen. Wow, okay. Wow, we got our own citizens doing crap like this. New Orleans attack. Okay, yeah, that's the same thing. So who's in New Orleans? Anybody in New Orleans, raise your hand. I know that Ashley family is close to there, and it looks like it may be other families that's close. Anybody have family in New Orleans today? Check on your loved ones, honey. Call your loved ones. Call them up right now. Call up your damn loved ones. Make sure they are good to go. She said, I doubt if they canceled the Sugar Bowl. Lots of people in town for that game. Exactly. And that's one of the reasons why I believe that that was a subject, it was a place, because they know there's a lot of people. They go to these places. They go to the big places, that things that happen every year, and they know the Sugar Bowl is every year. And so that's why a lot of people are in town. And, the chief saying, which I'm not going to fault the chief or whatever, but because I'm pretty sure she's trying to keep the calm in that area. But for her to say, no, there's a lot to do in New Orleans. Just move about, enjoy yourself. Oh, my God, that just sounds so heartening, because you just don't know what's going to happen. I mean, I'm sure everybody is shook at this point. You know what I mean? It's crazy. She said they cannot be more concerned about their bottom line over people's lives. That's fugacy. Fugacy? Okay. I doubt that they will cancel the Sugar Bowl. Okay, got it. IED can be set off with cell phones use and police radios. Anything binging from a tower. Wow, that's crazy. But I just pray that there's no more injuries. I mean, I pray for the ones that's already injured and have, been deemed deceased. But I pray that there's no more injuries. This is not how you want to wake up to a new year. This is absolutely not the way any of us expected to wake up to New Year's. She said their goal is to become U.S. citizens followed by destruction. And that's crazy, Q lady. That's absolutely crazy. Happy New Year, Sean. Happy New Year to everybody in here. She said there are just too many uncertainties. Are more people involved, explosive planet, more targets. Exactly, Kelly. Like that right there alone would make me not want to leave this damn house. You hear me? Maybe to the grocery store and back, and that's it. Like not to get out, not today and not probably for a week. She said, didn't something happen in Baltimore too? Wait a minute, in Baltimore too? No, I haven't heard anything in Baltimore. Hold on. I only heard, New Orleans is the talk of, oh, well, wait a minute. Wait, what? Oh, no, that's New Orleans. Hold on. Y'all, damn. United States is getting scary. So I don't see anything that happened in Baltimore. Okay, so Baltimore was around Christmas time. Okay. So Baltimore. don't even see what y'all talking about that happened in Baltimore. I don't see it. But I do, but this one right here, I guess is because it just happened and it is the New Year's and it was in the manner in which it happened, you know? She said a Tesla truck caught fire outside the Trump Hotel in Las Vegas. Oh, a Tesla truck. So they were definitely trying to make a statement, it seems. So I don't think that there's just one person involved, but you know, I just hope they find them. I hope they find them all. And I'm pretty sure they will, you know. She said, I think they pushed the game back to tomorrow. Okay, well, that'd be good, MF, if they did, because, yeah, I just don't think that it's a good time. Not today. Not, you know, people are still in mourning and feeling away, you know, as I would be. I would be absolutely terrified if I was in New Orleans right now. She said, dang, I'm late. I was modding on my friend live. Happy New Year's. Hey, Bianca, Happy New Year's. Sorry that you had to come into this, you know, this tragic. She said, trying to check on my employees in New Orleans now. Yes, check your employees, check your friends, check your families, check, you know, check on your people in New Orleans. Check on your people in New Orleans. She said, I live in Maryland. There was a mass shooting incident in Townsend, which is near Baltimore. Oh, to last night? Was that last night, MF? Oh, Lord. South Africa is looking better and better. My friends are in South Africa and they want us to move there for a couple of years. And my husband and I have talked about it. And, we talk about it. Then we say, nah. And then we talk about it again. And then we say, nah. And then we talk about it again. And then we say, nah. But you know what? South Africa is looking better and better, you guys. I mean, I will still be blogging, but honey, your girl might be going to South Africa for 2 years and just stay there. And I listen, oh, Jesus. Hey, your girl might be going to South Africa and staying for 2 years because the gun violence here is absolute. That's not why I would be going. That's not why I'll be going. So I don't want you guys to think that, oh, my Bluetooth is not connected. But that is not why I'll be going. I'll just be going just for the experience, to be honest. And my friends are there. So the fact that they there and they know that we're around, I think that would just be a good experience for us before we get too old to do things like that, you know? She says, no, that was the incident before Christmas, unless someone else happened that I don't know. No. That must be it. She said, crime is everywhere and you can't run from it. You're right, crime is everywhere. And you're right, Glenn. That is not why I would be doing that. I said that, but that is not why I'll be doing that, because crime is absolutely everywhere. You are right. She said, oh, MF, I knew I seen something about something happening close to Baltimore, but I wasn't sure. I retracted my message. Okay. Yeah, so definitely this is something that, we have to live with. Unfortunately, we do. You never know. Any given moment we can wake up and find out something crazy as hell happened. Oh my God, it just make you just wonder, like, Lord. You know what it makes me wonder? It's like we are here on earth and we mourn for our loved ones that have passed on. We mourn for them, right? We say, oh my God, I feel so bad that you're not here, and we want them back so bad. But guess what? They are already in a better place than we are. You know what I mean? They literally are in a better place than we are. So, yeah. So my family knows that I travel, and they always tell me if I go to New Orleans, they tell me to stay off of Bourbon Street. They say some dark things go on there. Yeah, but I hate to put some type of cast some type of shadow over Bourbon Street, because I'm sure just as much as your family tell you to stay off of it because it's dark, I'm sure some people say you gotta go there because that's where it's at. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. She said it's sleepers and they will strike again. Is what they live and die for. There's no escape. Just stay prayed up. Oh my God. She said, I am thankful to God that I survived the crime in Memphis and my military family and friends who was in the war zone. Oh, wow. Except in Dubai, Muslims ain't playing over there. Yeah, Dubai you ain't seeing this type of crime over there. Like, I ain't gonna say you ain't gonna never see it, but honey, baby, they got it on lock. Like it ain't the same. Like you be afraid because they ain't gonna put you in jail for 100 years over there. They gonna do something tragic to you and you gonna disappear real quick. Like, you understand what I'm saying? She said it was a mass shooting in Naperville, Illinois. I live in Chicago. I was like 8 or 9. I was like 8 or 9 shots and 2 deceased. You mean it was like 8 or 9 shots and 2 deceased? That was last night, nasty girl, Strawberry? That was last night? It is crazy the length people will go to harm others. It's absolutely insane. You know, those type of people don't value their own lives, so why are they gonna value yours? Oh wow, so Chicago got hit too? Damn. Or was that just a regular, 8 or 9 in Chicago is just like a friendly fire or some shit, ain't it? I shouldn't say it like that, but yeah, anytime any city take a great loss is absolutely crazy. She said Kayshawn said the death roll is now at 15. I mean, the death toll is now at 15. Damn. Damn. They don't bring the mess to Detroit because they know we're going to be ready for them. Bianca, stop. Don't say that. Don't be that cocky, Bianca. She says so much going on, yet people wake up every day just to be evil. Lady V. And it's time out for that. You know what I'm saying? It's so much time out for that. You know? She said, yes, I'm going in April in Bourbon Street. It is on my list. Life is short. This is why it's pointless to be acting a damn fool over frivolous things. You're right, Candy Girl. You guys are right. You guys are right. Absolutely right. She said, I think I'm used to tragic. I gotta be honest. Now that ain't a good thing either, Bianca, to be used to it. She said, yep, it just popped up on my screen. So the death toll has risen to 10. So I wonder, is it 10 because of some people in the hospital didn't make it? Because 35 injured in the hospital, all 35 of those are not gonna make it, unfortunately. Unfortunately, all 35 of those that's injured, and 2 of them are police officers that were shot. 2 of them are police officers, So New Orleans is going to be in our prayers all day. And as we go about our day, just think about, you woke up this morning. You woke up this morning and somebody didn't. Somebody loved ones didn't wake up. Not because they, had some type of long-term illness, or not because, they've been dealing with things, sick in the hospital, got in a car accident. No, somebody deliberately, intentionally plowed at 70 miles an hour, plowed their vehicles into a crowd of people that just wanted to have fun, just wanted to celebrate a new year. And some of those people are probably not even from New Orleans. They probably from all over. People from all over go there. These people are probably from all over. And they went down to New Orleans to have some fun. And now they're gone. That's crazy. So be safe, be careful. If you're going out to celebrate even today is what, Wednesday? If you're going out today, just be careful. Hug your loved ones. If you don't do nothing else, a lot of times, we see people that take this thing we call life for granted. We got to stop taking life for granted. Hug on your loved ones. Spend some time with those that mean the most to you. Because this is absolutely crazy and unfortunate, She said, this is all politics. The American government are the terrorists. These people are not doing this just to be doing it. It's way deeper. I hear you, Super Leo lady, and I'm pretty sure somebody believed that. I don't believe the government had anything to do with this. I believe that it's some deranged Looney Tune woke up last night and probably didn't even wake up last night. It's probably been planned for so long. But they woke up with today is the day that I decide to do this, you know? She said, I just left from around there picking up my son-in-law. You just left from around where, Teens and Queens? New Orleans, the area, Bourbon Street? She said, I kiss my boys 100 times a day, and you just never know. Yes, kiss them, hug them, squeeze them. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say that our government may not be responsible for certain things, but I just don't. I don't know. Maybe I'm still green, naive, whatever you want to call it, but I just don't think that our government would be so low down and dirty that they would do something like this. You know, they do a whole lot of things like, you know, steal votes and and fudge the election and maybe even mess up our money here and there, make us pay more taxes and stupid crap like that. But as far as often Americans, yeah, no, I don't know. I don't know if it's that deep. I don't know if it's that deep. I want to be, I want to say, you know, that we are better than that as Americans, that we are better than that. But, you know, this is horrible. Anyway, you guys, that's what the news I want to bring y'all. Let me refresh and just see. I see something that say 3 minutes ago, update. Oh, they trying to make me pay for it. I'm not paying for that. Oh, see, look at this. It's a child that was amongst it, and also a University of Georgia student. Oh my goodness. Mm-mm-mm. This is crazy. You got people describing that it was something out of a horror movie. So, and not only the people that passed away, you got to think about the people that actually saw this. Oh, she said, I'm down here now. Well, be careful, teens and queens. You might want to just go on and go home. You might want to just go on and go home. But Happy New Year. She said, they are that low dirt down and dirty. LOL, I don't trust the government. I disagree. I hear you, but we just going to disagree on that one. I don't think that they would do that, but that's just me. I might be a little too green still, y'all. Sometimes we have to put something in our head and we have to stand on it, because if not, it'll make us sick to our stomachs. So I would think that they're more decent than that. But anyway, if you guys want to, I'm gonna drop a link. If you want to follow up with what's going on, I'm going to drop this link. But, you know, if anything changed, I'll come out and give you guys an update. But for now, that's what we know. And it's tragic. It's horrible. And I just hope that they find all that are involved, so that, you know, I ain't going to say things go back to normal, but, you know, people won't be on pins and needles in that area. But I think for a while, New Orleans is going to be hurting. So, you know, I just say that we just have to continue to pray for them, okay? Very, very sad news. So anyway, I'm about to hop off. I'm coming back on at 4 to talk about Justin. Did I say it at 4? I think I said it at 4. Let me make sure. Let me make sure I said it at 4. Hold on 1 second. Yeah, I said it at 4 o'clock. Okay. So I'll be coming back on at 4 to talk about Justin. Yeah. So we cooked already, and I must admit, my daughter and my husband cooked. I did not cook. I was supposed to fry pork chops, but he already did it. So we cooked and have already eaten. So I'm about to drink me some water, sit down for a second, you know, digest everything, and then we'll come back at 4 to talk about Justin. Okay. She said, oh, wait a minute. There is a press conference scheduled in 3 minutes. Oh, what channel, Mrs. Hurd? You guys want to hear the press conference with me? Let me know if you guys want to hear the press conference with me. Mrs. Hurd said it's coming up in 3 minutes. She said, did you eat the black eyed peas? So I did eat some of them. They wasn't as bad. They wasn't as bad as I thought, but I only ate a handful. What channel is the press conference coming on? I'm not sure what channel. I would assume CNN or Fox. Okay, hold on. All right, hold on. Let me see. All right, I'm gonna go with CNN because they might be or NBC. Hold on. Hope I don't miss it. I'm gonna do live now from Fox. Well, I just did that one. Well, the Washington Post is live, but I don't know if it's live as far as it's off. They were live, I guess. She said, I'm looking for it too. Yeah, I'm looking for it too. Here it goes. I got it. All right, let me bring it over here and we will be listening in to when it starts, okay? But we can continue to talk and we could just listen in until it starts. It says waiting for PB News Hour is at 1:00. So this is PBS. I don't know if that's a reputable channel or not. Is that a reputable channel? I am drinking water. I'm trying to do as much water consumption as I can because, I'm loving this Stanley. Oh my God. I fill it with cold water, y'all, and I'll be sipping on cold water all day long. You hear me? I don't even know if it's just a cup or what, but I got water in front of me all day and I'm drinking it. You know what I mean? And if this is what it takes, I'll do it. Everybody that don't drink water, go out and get you a Stanley, okay? Go and get you a Stanley. Let me go from another page because I didn't want that in there. So hold on a second, you guys. Hold on 1 second. What did I just say? PB. All right, I am going to switch it over because let's switch it over to this one. There we go. She said Fox News is an update. So they already talking about it? I have 3 Stanleys and I absolutely love them all. Yes, I love them. I love the one that you bought me. I'm so thankful and grateful for this cup. I told my husband how much it cost and he said, what? I told you Jay cheap as hell. What? $40 for a damn cup? I said, and one of my supporters bought it for me. I said, Mrs. Hurd. I said, but baby, I would have bought one. If my daughter wanted one, I would have bought her one. He said, for $40? Cheap man. My husband's so damn cheap, child. Prayers to the people of New Orleans. Last year, there was 400 mass shootings in the U.S., more than what? Something has to change, and it's the gun laws. We do not have these issues in Canada, very few. See, yeah, because Canada, you guys regulate guns a whole lot better than we do, and that is absolutely crazy. Why is not playing? See, that's what I don't be liking when people late. This must be a black channel. Is PBS black? People black station. Thank you for that super chat. I appreciate it. She says, Amora, I sent a link to your inbox. Take a look at it ASAP. Ooh. All right, let me look at my inbox right quick. Take a look at it ASAP. Oh my goodness. Let me see what is going on. What is going on ASAP? Let me see. What is this? Hold on. What? Hold on. What? All right. I'm not gonna play that on here, but I would definitely look at it and talk about it a little later. Yeah, I don't think that would be good for this one. But thank you for sending that over. Okay, so this press conference has not started. Let me see if anybody else is doing it. She said Amazon be having deals on Stanley's. How much does a Stanley Cup normally okay, say it hasn't started yet. Okay, it hasn't started yet. How much does a Stanley Cup normally cost? I'm always at work and catching replay. I'm off today though. Thank you, Super Leo. Are you in Canada, Super Leo? Who's my Canada person? I just saw one. Happy New Year's, Amore and family. Thank you, Mindful of Madness. It depends on the size. I think the gun laws are strict here. People just don't care no more. It's not like it used to be. My hubby is catering today. He fixed a full breakfast and is now grilling steaks and potatoes. Today's a good day. Yes, my husband is cooking too, y'all. You hear me? On the first day of the year, he is throwing down, child. He is definitely doing it. They are staging up for the news press on Fox. Okay, on Fox. Okay, I hate to change it. Hold on, let me change it and see if Fox News might be better. Hold on. Which one is Fox? Fox got so many. I see Live Now from Fox. Is that it?
For you is our unified command, leading with our.
They have started on NBC. NBC. Okay, thank you.
Now, I know that all of you will have questions, and we will try to provide some answers.
Thank you.
But this is an ongoing investigation that's rapidly evolving. So there are some questions I will be unable to answer at this time. The FBI is the lead investigative agency, and we're investigating this as an attack of terrorism along with our partners. Today at approximately 3:15 a.m. Central Standard Time, an individual drove a pickup truck into a crowd on Bourbon Street in New Orleans, killing at least 10 individuals and injuring dozens more. After hitting the crowd, he exited the vehicle and fired upon local law enforcement. Law enforcement returned fire and the subject was pronounced deceased at the scene. 2 law enforcement officers were injured and transported to local hospitals. The subject has been identified as 42-year-old Samsud Dim Jabbar, a U.S.-born citizen from Texas. He was driving a Ford pickup truck, which appears to be rented, and we are working to confirm how the subject came in possession of this vehicle. An ISIS flag was located on the trailer hitch of the vehicle, and the FBI is working to determine the subject's potential associations and affiliations with terrorist organizations. Weapons and potential improvised explosive devices, IEDs, were located in the subject's vehicle. Other potential IEDs were also located in the French Quarter. As of now, 2 IEDs have been found and rendered safe. The FBI Special Agent bomb technicians, as well as our local law enforcement partners, have been working to determine if any of these devices are viable, and they will work to render those devices safe. The FBI, we are working with our partners to investigate this as an act of terrorism. We're aggressively running down all the leads to identify the possible subject's associates. We're working to ensure that there is no further threat. We do not believe that Jabbar was solely responsible. We're aggressively running down every lead, including those of his known associates. That's why we need the public's help. We are asking if anybody has any interactions with Samsud Din Jabbar in the last 72 hours, that you contact us. The FBI is asking the public's help. We're asking anyone who has information, video, or pictures to provide it to the FBI. We have set up a digital tip line as well as our 1-800 number, 1-800-CALL-FBI. Please provide us with any information that can assist us in this investigation. Once again, thank you for your patience and assistance. For an updated statements or information, please check the FBI's website and our social media accounts. I will now turn over to Mayor Cantrell. Thank you.
So that's just repeated information and it was already out.
Thank you, Agent Duncan, for your leadership and the full support of the FBI. First and foremost, I want to express my deepest condolences to the families and loved ones that were impacted by this tragedy on Bourbon Street and in the heart of the city of New Orleans. And I know that the entire New Orleans City Council grieves along right with me, no doubt about that, and our people and our families. My priority will continue to be to ensure that victims that remain on Bourbon Street now will be serviced and removed as soon as possible. But as stated, the FBI is in charge of this investigation and are doing everything necessary to make this happen. I also want to acknowledge hearing from President Biden, all of our federal partners, but most importantly, calling Governor Landry this morning, responded with haste, and we do say thank you. And of course, a demonstration of a unified support is right here in this room. That's how we collectively responded to this tragedy in the city of New Orleans. The mission now is to facilitate, support, and coordinate safety procedures to keep our residents and our visitors safe. I've gone to the hospital along with Chief Kirkpatrick to visit our police officers, and considering their injuries, they're doing well. As I mentioned, this investigation is ongoing, and the FBI remains the lead in the investigation. It is an active crime scene as well. We are committed, no doubt, to uncovering all details surrounding this tragedy. And we're taking every necessary step to put even more safety procedures in place, especially given the nature of the investigation. I'm going to ask people to do not go around our secured area if there is no essential need to do so. It matters, and again, it is an active crime scene. I also want you all to know that the Greater New Orleans Foundation has set up a fund to assist victims, and that information will be provided to you. Thank you enough. Again, I want to thank this unified team. We're leaning in. We will be relentless. And we will do everything that it takes to render real justice. This team will. I want to also just thank our citizens for your heartfelt prayers. New Orleans is a world-class city, and I can say that I've heard from world leaders all this morning and up until now, in addition to my brother and sister mayors across this country. They're calling, they're responding, and they're standing with the city of New Orleans. And what they always say and want me to reiterate, they understand the resilience of this community. And we're strong in that regard. And I will say second to none. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to our governor. And as I mentioned, who has not wavered any in leaning in, providing the necessary support and standing right here with me. And I say, thank you, Governor. And I know the First Lady is standing with us as well.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Thank you. Again, I want to thank the mayor since about 3:45.
I just want to let you guys know, I put it up because I did see people saying that he's black. I'm not gonna say he's black. He looks what do you call it? Middle Eastern, I guess. Let's pause for a second and let me just show you again. Oh, hold on, damn it. He looks more Middle Eastern, but you know, they call everybody that ain't white black, but he is of color, a darker complexion, but he's considered a I don't know, what do you call this? It's not black, it's more like oh shoot. I don't want to get the damn, no, I'm not doing all that. Hold on, let me go out. I don't like to go on these damn websites. Okay, I'm not gonna click on the website. And you know what? I don't even know if this website is reliable. So let's just wait till the regular let's wait to the regular yeah, I'm taking this down. I don't like to report from stations that I don't know if their news is real. Okay, so just belay my last on that. Belay my last. I don't even want to show him if that's not the real him. Okay? So I apologize for that. Because I ain't never heard of that channel before.
This morning, when she called me, we have all been working just around the clock to both secure the city and
yeah, I don't know if this
the South.
I don't even know if this is his real picture.
You know, again, I want to reiterate that our prayers go out with all of those who have been affected by this tragedy. I want to thank our law enforcement officers. I want to thank our medical personnel. I want to thank our first responders. And most importantly, I want to thank the two New Orleans police officers who not only laid their life on the line, but were able to eliminate the threat this morning.
Oh, shoot, you guys weren't supposed to see that.
Let me say, we have made public safety
that's at 4.
State priority from day one. And I think that if you look around me today, right now, and you look at the people who are standing around, that is their commitment as well. We intend to be transparent in assessing any defects that may have existed in the system so that we can address them. It's the only way to ensure that any mistakes that were made are corrected. Specifically, we have been trying and working very diligently to address security concerns in preparation for the Super Bowl since October. And it's interesting because, ironically, in preparation for the Super Bowl, I had intended to issue an emergency declaration tomorrow so that we could bring all of our federal, state, and local agencies to bear in preparation for the Super Bowl and Mardi Gras. But because of the events today, I have amended that emergency declaration and issued it today. So again, that declaration will allow our federal, state, and local partners to bring all of the resources necessary to get this city safe. In light of that executive order, I have also ordered the mobilization of a military police company. I've asked General Freelou to mobilize a military police company to assist.
All right, so I don't know if y'all want to watch all of that. However, oh my God. Okay, so somebody just put a video of the guy plowing into the crowd. I don't know if y'all want to see that. You got to let me know. If I don't even know if I can show that, but do y'all wish to see that? Because somebody uploaded it on their Instagram. And I have a footage of the white vehicle plowing into the crowd. Do y'all wish to see that or no? I don't even know if I can show it, to be honest with you. I see one person said no, one person said yes. Is this her footage? Your footage she said is in the group. Yeah, so go to the group and it is absolutely in the group. Let me look at it one more time. I'll let you hear it. How about that? No, I don't know about hearing it. Let me hit mute. I don't know if I want y'all to hear it either. I don't want nobody that's terrified, but let me look at it right quick. Maybe I can just describe it. Let me see. So he looks normal, and then all of it. Oh my God, dang gone, Jesus. Y'all. So the man comes up to a street, and then he turns right, and then he just takes off. And literally just take off and, you know, hit the gas. Okay. So anyway, y'all can see it inside of the group. And yeah, go inside the group and you can see it. All right. That is horrible. Absolutely freaking horrible. So let's see if he's going to delay the game right quick. Let's see if he's delaying the game.
Both New Orleans Police and LSP and the FBI. It is important for our citizens and guests of this state to know that we are doing everything we can to secure their safety in this city. We want to make it clear, the Superdome and the surrounding area is safe. But I've always said that the safety of this entire city is something that is always paramount to me. With that, I would like to turn it over to Jeff with the Super Bowl. Jeff Dunley.
So did he postpone it to tomorrow?
Good afternoon. Obviously, we wish we weren't here for this reason today. The Super Bowl committee has a 90-year history of being a good corporate citizen for the city of New Orleans, and that's why this tragedy hurts us as much as anybody right now. So our condolences, thoughts, and prayers go out to the victims and their families as we all work through this. Of course, anytime we have a major event in the city of New Orleans, public safety is paramount, and we have full faith and confidence in the governor and the mayor and all the assets, the federal, state, and local resources that they've applied to this event so that we can ultimately bring those responsible to justice and carry on with the major events that we have in front of us. Speaking of which, we were scheduled this evening to have a CFP quarterfinal played in the Superdome at 7:45. We have been in consultation with ESPN, with the college football playoff, with the Southeastern Conference, with the University of Georgia, with Notre Dame, all parties, and all agree that it's in the best interest of everybody and public safety that we postpone the game for 24 hours.
Okay.
Work is fast about to set up a safe and efficient and fun.
Okay, so the game is going to be postponed until tomorrow. And I also think I heard that they have Mardi Gras going on. That's an outside event, correct? On around the Bourbon Street area. So I'm assuming they're going to postpone that as well. Because I mean, if you're going to do the game, you might as well do Mardi Gras, okay?
For tomorrow night. There'll be more details on that in the coming hours, but for now, that's the plan. We're going to move forward and play the game. And again, we reiterate our thanks to everyone up here for the important work they're doing. We live in the fun and games world with what we do, but we certainly recognize the importance of this, and we're going to support it 100%. So thank you.
That was probably hurtful for him to say, but he did it. So they are, and it took a lot of coordination to be able to postpone that because you had all your news stations and everybody in to record it and report on that game. So that took a lot because, you know, people had to modify their schedules to be able to make that work, you know?
Bring up Senator Kennedy.
Thanks, Bianca.
I wish I understood better why bad things happen to good people. If I make it to heaven, I'm going to ask. Those people who don't believe in objective evil, all you have to do is look at what happened in our city early this morning. I am, if this doesn't trigger the gag reflex of every American, every fair-minded American, I'll be very surprised. I'm here because these are my people. I'm here because these are my people's friends.
Somebody need to tell Senator John Kennedy that he look a hot mess, okay, first of all. And I don't even like the way he's giving his speech with the fair-minded Americans. Time out for that, you know what I'm saying? Because the fair-minded Americans wasn't the only ones. I mean, those may have very well been the ones attacked. So I don't even like the way he's coming off. And somebody should tell him that when he wake up in the morning, he should comb his hair and iron his damn clothes. He a senator, for God's sakes.
I'm here because there are a lot of Louisianians that are scared tonight. I don't want them to be. There's a lot of information going around. Some of it is actually true. Some of it isn't. The federal government is now in charge of this investigation. By that, I mean the White House, the FBI, the Department of Homeland Security, and the Department of Justice. I have not talked to the FBI. Maybe they've talked to my staff. I don't know. I did talk to the Secretary of Homeland Security a little while ago. And I told him that with all the respect I could muster,
I don't know why I knew that, and I don't even know this guy. The first time I've ever heard him talk, and I can already tell, I hints that already, Gloria. So you just confirmed what I was thinking in my head.
that we expect to put the full force and resources of the federal government behind this investigation. Our state troopers, our local police departments, our sheriffs, we've got many sheriffs here today, have been terrific so far. Federal government is cooperating with them. I hope that will continue. Here's what I want to ask from the federal government. Catch these people. Catch these people. And then tell the American people the truth. Now, I don't want you to tell us yet anything that's going to...
He's about to start making this a political thing when he really should just have, you know, a sorrow in his heart for the victims. You understand what I'm saying? But now he's about to try to make it political. Watch this, y'all.
Interfere with your investigation. And there's things that I've been told that I think are true that I'm not sharing with you today because it could interfere with their investigation. But after we get to the bottom of this, they need to tell the American people the truth. And the people in New Orleans the truth. And the people of America the truth. I think the mayor and the governor are very wise to postpone this ball game for 24 hours. There's just too much stuff we don't know. And it's just not worth it. But I guess my final point is, I will promise you this. I will, when it is appropriate and this investigation is complete, you will find out what happened and who was responsible.
Of course, because the FBI is going to let us know. Why is he saying he makes a promise as if he pulls the strings? You know what I'm saying? Some of these people do too much, and right now he's doing too much. Of course, we're going to find out. You want to know why? Because it doesn't stop with him. Who the hell does he think he is? It doesn't stop with him. This is a federal investigation right now. They're going to let us know what's going on.
Or I will raise fresh hell.
Oh, my God.
And I will chase those in the federal government.
Don't you hate when people try to personalize somebody else's tragedy, and then they try to personalize it as if they in control of it, or it's all about them? You know what I mean? Don't you just hate that? I can't stand when somebody does that.
Who are responsible for telling us what happened, like they stole Christmas.
I'm going to tell you something. I can look on the face of that FBI agent, the black sister girl that's standing, Duncan, that's standing right behind him. Just look at her facial expression. She's kind of knows that he's insulting their agency. She knows that. Look at her. Look, I'm going to back it up just a little bit, and I want you to pay attention to her expression, okay? Look at her. You can tell that she knows that he's insulting her agency. Look at her face.
Test these people. And then tell the American people the truth. Now, I don't want you to tell us yet anything that's going to interfere with your investigation. And there's things that I've been told that I think are true that I'm not sharing with you today because it could interfere with their investigation. But after we get to the bottom of this, they need to tell the American people the truth. And the people in New Orleans the truth. And the people of America the truth. I think the mayor and the governor are very wise to postpone this ball game for 24 hours. There's just too much stuff we don't know, and it's just not worth it. But I guess my final point is, I will promise you this: I will, when it is appropriate and this investigation is complete, you will find out what happened and who was responsible, or I will raise fresh hell, and I will chase those in the federal government who are responsible for telling us what happened, like they stole Christmas.
Thank you, Senator Kennedy. Congressman Carter.
Thank you, Governor. Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Senator Kennedy. Thank you to all of our law enforcement agents for doing a yeoman's job, for stepping up at a time when we needed you most, for employing the resources of all of our partners. This is all hands on deck, from the White House all the way down. I've been in communication with the White House since early this morning, Secretary Mayorkas, leaders in all of our federal.
If I was the FBI agent, I probably would have said, once I make my statement, I'm exiting the building, because why is she even still standing there? But I would feel a way that you got this bigotry. I ain't gonna call him racist because I don't know him like that, but you got this man sitting up here trying to insinuate, that the FBI withhold important information from the American people, and that, there's something more to this. And he's acting like he knows, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I know what's going on, as if like we already knew this was going to be planned and so forth and so on,
Local and state agencies. The president has made it very clear that he intends to bring every resource to bear to not only tell the truth, but to provide the resources to bring these cowards to justice. I want to personally thank the men and women in uniform who put their lives on the line to protect our citizens and our visitors. To our mayor and our governor for acting expeditiously and bringing us all together. To our sheriffs from the surrounding areas who have been Johnny on the spot, recognizing that if it happens in New Orleans, it can happen anywhere. We don't have the luxury of being myopic. In this community, we work together. We don't point fingers.
I love the way he came right behind him and saying what he's saying, y'all. He came right behind him, and now look at his long face, because now this guy is coming to say, we work together here. Here, we work together. We don't point fingers like this guy is trying to point fingers at the government. This guy right here, the senator, he was pretty much trying to shame the government or the FBI agent or whatever for their job. And this guy comes right up and say, we work together here. We don't point fingers. He came right behind him because he caught what that guy was doing.
Don't blame. We go after the bad guys.
Exactly.
Let it be clear.
Look at his face.
Incredible. United States and every agency therein is on the ground working. And for those who may have played a role in this horrific act of cowardice, we will find you. We will bring you to justice. New Orleans is a place that heralds its ability to protect its citizens, that heralds its ability to manage major events, Super Bowls, Sugar Bowls, Mardi Gras, Jazz Fest, Essence Festival, you name it, no one does it better than law enforcement in New Orleans and in the surrounding area. Kudos to those 2 officers who've been wounded. Our hearts go out to those who lost loved ones. Our hearts go out to those who are wounded and on the mend in the hospital.
I could tell that this guy feels bad now listening to his speech because he's being very empathetic, you know, showing sympathy and empathy for those lost when he used it as some type of political stunt. Now you can tell he's feeling some type of way that this guy is being very soft and empathetic for the people that were lost and their families.
Now is the time to stay calm.
Yeah, he
to be
pissed.
vigilant.
He pissed.
This is
Look at
not
him.
a time to come out to sightsee. Listen to your federal, local, state officials.
Oh, he pissed.
Be vigilant. If you saw something, say something. If you know something, tell someone. There are tip lines, there's information available. Please, all hands on deck. Rest assured that the decision that was made to postpone the game was not done lightly. It was done with one single thing in mind.
Man, this man is sitting in a press conference with his hand on his face because he's pissed, y'all. I'm trying to tell you, he's pissed because he's like, no, they want unity up in here and I'm trying to divide. Y'all know it's so many people that their main purpose is to divide, to keep division going. That's what they do. They want to keep a line drawn in the sand. They want to divide, divide, divide. And this guy, you can clearly tell he's about unity. He's like, no, right now with all this tragic going on, we ain't got time to come up here just to, you know, for no political stunt or just to come up here for a news, you know, for pictures and photos or video flash. This ain't no show and tell. Do you understand what I'm saying? But you can tell when a person have his hand on his face like here, that means they don't give no damns about what somebody is saying. He's clearly saying, I give no damns and I stand on what I said, okay?
Public safety. Making sure that the citizens and visitors of this great city, not only for this event, but for every event you come to.
That's so disrespectful.
That you will be safe and we will use every resource possible. As the governor has said, as the mayor has said, and every law enforcement agent here has said, our energy, our commitment will be to make sure that you are safe now. And
if he's married, if that man in that tan shirt married the senator, then his wife failed him because she let him get up looking like a hot ass mess and walk out that door for a press conference. She failed him. You see how decent this man looked? He's he's well groomed. He looked camera ready. This fool right here, listen, his wife failed him. Husband, wife, whatever he got going on. They failed him. Ain't no way he should come out the door. I don't care if it was at 3, 4 o'clock in the morning and he's been drinking. He should always have an outfit sit right there waiting for any type of call like this. So whoever, they failed him. They failed him bad. He looked like a hot ass mess.
every event in the future. God bless you, and let's stay strong.
Attorney General.
I first want to extend my sincerest condolences to the families of the victims. Parents got a phone call last night, early this morning, that no parent ever wants to receive. And as a parent of children who come to New Orleans and spend time here, I know that that is just something that, you know, we hold our breath sometimes till they're home safe, and some people did not come home safe. And we also have people who are fighting for their lives right now in the hospital. So I'd ask everyone to pray for them. They need our support and they need our prayers. This was a heinous act, a heinous, cowardly act, and we will find them and we will bring them to justice. My office will be providing both investigative and prosecutorial support to the city of New Orleans, to the district attorney, Jason Williams in New Orleans, as I have done for months. We will continue to do that. We will provide the governor with whatever support that he needs and the governor's office of Homeland Security, whatever support that they need. I'll be here to help. I will be here to stand with the city of New Orleans. We will bring them to justice. Thank you.
All right, so I'm behind a little bit, and it says you are behind him more. He is gonna really piss you off in a few. Just keep watching. Oh Lord. Okay, well, thank you for that. And then Yaz said Amora replayed the biggest speech. And then this guy that talked after him, LOL, I love it. He ate him up until Levy's and with empathy. Yes, he did. Yeah, I just saw that. Okay, so I must be behind. Let me pause for just 1 second. We're gonna get right back to this. But let me just pause for a second and give a huge shout out or condolence, should I say, to this young lady. Is in our sisterhood group. We all need to extend our arms, should I say, around Melissa. How you say that? Dado. Anyway, Jessica Cook, she's one of our favorites, you guys. She says, y'all, this is my friend's niece, the young lady who lost her life in New Orleans today during the terrorist attack. Amor is talking about it on YouTube. Please pray for their family. They are devastated. She's such a beautiful, smart girl. Okay, Jess. And then she said, when your parents say don't go anywhere, this is the mother, you guys. When your parents say don't go anywhere, please listen to them. This was an act of terrorism. And now my baby is gone, y'all. My baby is gone. She is no longer with us. And then she crying and says, I love my baby. Just pray for me and my family, please. God, I need you now. Woo! Jesus. So we need to wrap our arms around Melissa Dado. I think that's how you say it. Y'all know I will jack up a damn name in a minute, but please extend prayers to Melissa Dado and her family because she just lost her baby in this horrible ass tragedy. And it looks like she just graduated in 2024. This damn year, you guys, and she is no longer with us. Okay? So it's time out for trying to be political and shit and make right decisions, you know? I don't know what the right decisions need to be because, I mean, he did use, a GUN, but to plow somebody down with your car, I mean, to be honest with you, I don't know how this could have prevented it, but let's continue to listen because I would love to hear this mofo get read his rights, okay?
Thank you, Governor and Madam Mayor. For those who do not know me, my name is Ann Kirkpatrick. I'm the Chief of Police of New Orleans. My official title is Superintendent, but my role is as Chief of Police. You've heard some of the details today, and over the last 24 hours, we had approximately 400 officers in French Quarter. And as we know, this is not just an act of terrorism. This is evil. And when we face evil, we have a choice. We can run in fear, or we can indeed stand in strength. In a time of crisis, people are looking for leadership. You are looking at the leadership. And I promise you, as the Chief of Police of this city has been tried by fire before. But fire purifies. Fire makes things stronger. We have a plan. We know what to do. We are going to get these people. There is a path forward. Very pleased that we will be back to having a wonderful game tomorrow night. New Orleans police have proven their ability to make the city safer. Just 2 years ago, we were the murder capital of America. Today, from that time 2 years ago, we have driven our murder rate more than 50% down. So we have a track record. But this is different because it's terrorism. And I want to thank all of our law enforcement partners. You're fabulous. and we appreciate the partnership. But last night, 3 of our officers engaged this terrorist who shot at them. 3 of the officers returned fire. Those officers did not run in fear. I liked what the mayor said this morning. New Orleans police and all law enforcement is built. We are built for dealing with evil, with things that would cause us others to be in fear. But instead, our officers, and last night, NOPD in particular, stood strong. They did not run. They did kill the terrorist. We have 2 officers indeed who received gunfire. They will be okay. We have personally gone to see them. But this is leadership for you. And I promise, as the chief of police of this fantastic city, that I will be strong and firm and fearless. Thank you.
He's so damn rude.
Thank you. And wrapping it up, I want to just close with a couple of things. I want to thank Senator Kennedy and Congressman Carter. I want to thank again all of our law enforcement officers out there. I want the families of the victims to know that I will be issuing an executive
Drunk
order
ass. He probably fucking
when
drunk.
Notre Dame plays Georgia. Every flag of every state building in this state is going to be at half-mast.
Half-mast, y'all. Do it.
Remember it to them, but remember it's something else. That fear in this state is a liar.
Just in case y'all don't know, half-mast, if your flag is flown half-mast for any type of tragedy that take place in the United States, half-mast, it's showing, flying the flag half-mast is just showing respect, okay? Respect for the lost, right? Or injured.
Are going to make sure that justice is served. And for the citizens out there that were thinking, oh man, do I really want to go to the Sugar Bowl tomorrow? I'll tell you one thing, your governor's going to be there. That is proof, believe you me, that that facility in this city is safer today than it was yesterday. And as we come to additional events in this city, I know in speaking with Senator Kennedy and Congressman Carter, and FBI, acting director, and the incoming administration, that they are going to ensure that this city has the resources necessary to protect our citizens and our guests. And so with that, we'll take some questions.
All right, if you could, we'll start over here with CBS. We'll work our way across the.
Oh, wow, Judy. Damn, Judy.
CBS News. I mean, I think this has been a really tough day for a lot of people. But at this point, we're hearing that the death toll, according to some FBI sources, is on 15. Is this true?
Who wants to answer that?
Do you have a final number? We do not have a final number.
She was trying to pass by, and that joker wouldn't even move out her way. Did you see him? He wouldn't even move. He's like, I don't even want you talking on the mic. Joker. That joker wouldn't even move.
We know that we have confirmed 10, but we did have people who had been transported who were in critical condition. And so I do not know that, but I can confirm 10.
And one quick follow-up question, if I may. We know that there have been some local records in Texas about a misdemeanor background on this suspect. Any signs or warnings ahead about this person or their plans for what happened?
Because that is the investigation part, I will give the FBI.
At this time, we cannot go into details.
Yeah, you can tell. I can tell by the look on her face that she's like, we're not trying to put that information out yet, right? That's not the information we want to release right now. But you know, this tall joker right here act like he don't care what she got to say. So that's why he wouldn't move out the way and let her by. Look, I'm forming my own damn opinions. You hear me?
About the subject's history. What I can tell you, the person was an Army veteran.
What the freak?
Discharged, but we're.
Oh, Lord. Oh, I want to cry. Please say it ain't so. He was an Army veteran, not one of my comrades. Damn.
Just figuring out all this information. The goal of the FBI is providing with the most accurate and complete information. So once that information is confirmed, we'll make sure we push that out. Thank you.
Can somebody down in the comments tell Yolanda what happened, you guys? Thank you.
You know exactly as far as the victims, how many are from here in Louisiana, state, and their ages.
At this time, I can't go into details about all the victims. We want to make sure that the family is notified appropriately before we put any information out there. So once the families are all notified, then we'll go ahead and release a statement to everyone.
I would ask the press, in relation to the victims and those that are in hospital, if we could just refrain from worrying about them so their loved ones can take care of them, and the medical personnel that are trying to get them out of the hospital can do so. And as information becomes available, but we want to respect the privacy of those who are still either fighting for their lives or being cared for. Thank you.
You would think that every blogger would be blogging on what happened in America. This has been a terrorist attack, but some of them are being messy still in 2025. Make it make sense. But anyway, I'm not spending 2025 minding nobody else's channel. I'm going to mind my own. All right. So I hope that you guys are enjoying this breakdown of what's important in America, and having a terrorist attack on America is important because this could happen any freaking where. And as we already seen, one of our own, Jessica, her friend lost her daughter. Okay. Her daughter. So this is important because it can hit home and it can hit anybody. There was a terrorist attack in America, which is important. Time out for that nonsense bullshit, okay? Especially if it's spilled over from 2024. Makes no damn sense. Let's continue.
Your accomplices, you don't think that the suspect acted alone? About how many more suspects are you guys looking into at this point?
It's a range of suspects. And right now with that, we do not run a rule anything else. So that's why we're asking if anyone has had any interaction with the deceased subject Jabbar in the last 72 hours, provide us with this information. You can provide us that information through 1-800-CALL-FBI or our digital tips line, which is available on our social media website, as well as the big FBI website.
Can I say something, Margaret? Tell me who you're with. WSU, okay, and CBS. Oh.
Oh, it looked like he about to cut up, y'all. I don't know now. It looked like he about to cut up. It looked like he about to take his drunk ass up to the podium and cut up. Let's just see, y'all. Let's see.
Usual position. You wouldn't. Look, the FBI is not going to be able to answer those questions. Okay.
He just totally child. Let's just listen. Let's listen.
They will eventually. I promise you. Okay. Once the FBI has a chance to investigate all this, working with state police, working with Homeland Security, working with the city of New Orleans, they're going to tell you what happened. I can promise you that. I'm going to raise fresh hell. But right now, they're in the process of trying to catch the other bad guys. And I want to give them the benefit of the doubt for a while.
Damn.
26.
And why did he need to say that? Why did he need to take his wrinkled up ass? And when I say wrinkled up, I don't mean his face. I mean his clothes, because his wife failed him when he walked out that damn door looking like a hot ass mess and not even combing his damn hair. Why did he have to say that? Everybody in there looked decent but him. The hell?
Yeah, I had a question about the victims. I know that there was gunfire. So how many victims were shot and then how many were injured?
Good. Again, let me reiterate both Special Agent Duncan and Senator Kennedy. There's a lot of people. I get that y'all want to know minute details. What we don't want to do is impede this investigation or spend any time talking about things that don't get us closer to hunting these folks down and securing the city. And so at a particular point in time, we will release as much information as we can. But at this time, in relation to the investigation, I would ask y'all to refrain from those.
So ladies and gentlemen, if we don't, if we are going to just have more of the same, as the governor just said, we're going to provide that information, but we're going to wrap the press conference now. Hold on, let me finish. You weren't listening. If all of the questions are more of the same, what the governor just said in position, we won't be doing that to provide that information. And if you have a quick different question, then let's do that quickly and move on. Okay.
They're being very disrespectful to the FBI agent. Again, I'm not sure if it's because she's black or is it just they don't like FBI altogether, but they are very being disrespectful, basically saying if they find out, if they come to, to find out what's going on, they are definitely disrespecting her title as an FBI agent. But I do think it's deliberate. That's my own damn opinion because she's a black woman. Okay.
And who was next? We had over here.
Hi, Rachel from the Wall Street Journal said you were confident there are multiple suspects involved. What makes you confident?
Well, like, why would we tell you that? Again, again, we want to answer pertinent questions.
He didn't get cocky until the damn senator got cocky. Did you notice that? Because he was actually talking with some damn sense. And now all of a sudden he kind of talking about some why would we tell you that? But I don't know. Let's continue to listen.
But anything that would lead to impeding or endangering this investigation is not going to be said. Okay? And we will, as the information unfolds, this is a very fluid process. And remember something too. We're doing two things. We're hunting some bad people down and we're securing the city too. We're getting ready for a Sugar Bowl tomorrow. So if y'all would, again, if you have questions regarding Sugar Bowl, the safety of the city, or something to that effect, we're happy to answer. Okay, go ahead.
Go ahead and listen.
Usually in parts of the French Quarter, specifically in part.
I think it's very much bothering them that the FBI agent is there and they don't want her answering no questions. And that's why he jumped in. They really want her to just be quiet and work behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? That's how they looking at her.
Bourbon Street, there are bowlers. We're hearing that some of those may have been down because of years. Can you speak to that? And maybe was there any backup option of putting a truck there or in a PD car there?
Let me tell you, yeah, one, I'm going to let the mayor answer. I want you to know that's one of the first things I thought of this morning when the mayor called me. Okay. And I will tell you that whatever the problem was, it's going to be solved.
Thank you, Governor, and thank you for the question. I do understand that it's been on the radar since this morning. As it relates to the bollards on Bourbon Street, over 10 years ago, over 10 years ago, the city of New Orleans implemented an infrastructure project placing bollards on Bourbon Street. Shortly thereafter, the malfunctions of those bollards ensued. From Mardi Gras Beach.
Look what I got for minding my business. Everybody give Tinkers a round of applause behind it because y'all know I see red. You hear me? I absolutely see red. She said, here's to minding your own channel in 2025. Here to minding my own damn channel. All right? That's what we doing over here, minding our own damn channel. All right? So y'all make sure y'all thumbs up that super chat that just came in. Okay? Wait a minute. I think it lets me do it too here. Yep, there we go. So thumbs up that super chat that just came in, you guys.
Efficient because they did not operate the way that
Thank you, Tinkers. Appreciate you.
they were intended to do. Because the city of New Orleans is hosting Super Bowl this year, it gave the city of New Orleans an opportunity to go further and deeper with infrastructure improvements, as we've been talking about. So as a result of that, we were able to build in bollard replacement into our Super Bowl infrastructure package. And because of that, the city of New Orleans has moved forward with that infrastructure that is nearing completion. Bollards were not up because they are near completion. with the expectation of being completed, of course, by Super Bowl, way before Super Bowl. But that is the reason. Now, the New Orleans Police Department and Chief, you can speak to the deployment as to respond to our needs and existing conditions.
Correct. So we have been aware of the Baller situation for a long time. And we did indeed harden those target areas where the ballers are. We have patrol cars out there as a hard target as well.
So wait a minute. Are they trying to say they was aware that it may be a terrorist attack for a long time? Are they trying to say that? Because that's what it's sounding like to me, that they're trying to say that they knew or they were aware that this may happen. Is that what they saying? Candy Girl says he won't pull that shit with Teddy Cantrell or Teddy Cantrell. She don't play that shit because she'll cuss all they asses the hell out. Okay? Is that an FBI agent, Candy?
As with barriers. Now, I want to share with y'all, if you did not know, that this particular terrorist drove around onto the sidewalk and got around the hard target, where he did have a car there. We had barriers there, we had officers there, and they still got around. Now, the wedges that you see out there as well, we knew that had malfunction problems. And I want you to understand, let's say we put the wedge up and it got stuck. There is no...
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. So basically they're accusing them, saying that because they have so many events that take place in New Orleans, so many people come down, that they knew those barriers were no good. And she trying to say, well, our barriers were good, but he went around the barriers. I see what's going on now. So they didn't necessarily know that it was going to be a terrorist attack, but they knew their barriers were garbage. They knew the barriers in which they was using wasn't protecting their people, is what it sounds like to me. Okay.
Way that ambulance could get in or out, people couldn't get in and out. So we knew that these were malfunction. So we did indeed have a plan, but the terrorists defeated it.
Yeah, let me just say this.
Oh, okay, the mayor.
Okay, recognize we got Trauma here, right? We're gonna fix it. It is going to be a top priority as we go.
Also, then he just come in and say, stop asking us questions about them damn barriers. We gonna fix it. It's our top priority. Yeah, after 15 people that lost their life. After 15 people that lost their life, now he's like, it's our top priority. We're gonna fix it, okay? Stop asking us questions about these damn barriers, is what he's saying. He don't like the fact that they are questioning them about them damn barriers.
Into the Super Bowl and Mardi Gras, and the solution that we're gonna come up with is gonna be a permanent one. It's gonna be placed into the standard operating procedure of having major events and securing that quarter.
Well, if I may, obviously, Super Bowl, of course, going to win tomorrow, but I'm sure after that game, a lot of people are going to want to celebrate. Are there plans to keep Bourbon Street closed? What does that look like?
So right now, Bourbon Street is an active crime scene, and the FBI is in charge of it. When they clear it, it does not become an active crime scene anymore. We're going to open it up.
Wait a damn minute. So, Meg, you're saying they found the IEDs before the event? She said bombs were found placed beforehand, too. So they were already found before the event, and they still continued the event. Wow, I didn't know that.
Potentially.
Box 8. Can we ask about this military police presence that you want to call it? Is this a private security like Blackwater? Also, would that be a first that a private security firm is mobilized to supplement local and state law enforcement?
No. We're not. This is our National Guard. Yeah. These are our citizens that we bring in. It's a military police company.
That joker brung a double red cup to a let me tell you something. That joker brung a double red cup. Look at him, y'all. Look at y'all senator. Who lives in Louisiana? New Orleans. Look at this. He is the senator. This joker is drunk, okay? I don't care what y'all say. Look at this. That joker brung a double red cup to the press conference that has his burr or liquor or whatever, moonshine in it. Okay, he is drunk. He is definitely not there, or he definitely don't want to be there. You hear me? It's double solo cups. You hear me? Double red drink in my cup. Drink. No, this is serious, but you know, I always put some comedy in it. But look at this. Looking like a hot ass mess. He come to the press conference. They failed him. I told you, his wife failed him, husband, whoever he got going on at his house. They failed him. That joker is still hungover from last night. Okay? He's hungover from last night.
That we recognize we need some more resources. We need some more boots on the ground. Because again, what we're doing now is twofold. We've got an active investigation. We've got enhanced security. Before this event, we were just enhancing and working on security. So we brought some additional resources.
Jesse Hirsch with NBC News. Thank you for holding the press briefing. I just want to clarify something first. We were just talking about bollards that are being repaired. Talk about a lift gate that are replaced and then a lift gate that's not been working. Was there a vehicle in place of that lift gate last night? Were there things in place of those bollards that were being repaired?
Sure, the chief stands to the plan in place, and that is, yes.
That was indeed.
Anything that is currently in the midst of being repaired had a backup replacement.
It had vehicles and officers were there where all of those ballasts have been. We had that, we knew. So we did have it. And like I said, in this particular case, terrorists just went all the way around up onto the sidewalk. And
what about for the lift gate? Was there a vehicle like backing in and out to block that lift gate area, or was that just down and open? Because that's what we heard.
Captain. The reason I'm calling the captain, he's the captain over that district. And that is a question I'm going to let him address for you.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Captain LaJean Roberts of the 8th District. Yes, we did have a vehicle strategically placed right in front of the wedge, preventing access onto the roadway.
And in terms of the framework of security that was already in place on Bourbon Street, I know this is an ongoing project of improvement. But with how that was all aligned, was someone getting up on a sidewalk considered impossible or nearly impossible, or was this not something you expected you would have to account for?
Of course, it wasn't something we expected to account for. The bollards they're actually wedges. They're strategically placed 5 locations throughout the French Quarter on the roadway. This particular terrorist drove onto the side.
You would think, to be honest with you, because of the tragic that just happened, you would think that they should not have to be answering those questions today, okay? People are now changing it and they're concerned because you know how when the news hit, somebody want to blame somebody, right? So it sounds like they are definitely trying to blame the barriers as for the reason of the incident, right? And so I guess now they're going to try to say if there were barriers, you know, probably the barriers that the military use, they use these cylinder blocks like to block off cars and stuff like that to where you wouldn't be able to just ram into them without, you know, tearing up your damn vehicle or whatever. So now they're having to justify why they had these cheap ass barriers, you know, like a little, I ain't gonna say cheap, but you know, they definitely ain't gonna stop no damn car. It might stop a human, but it ain't gonna stop and it ain't even gonna stop no human, to be honest with you, because the human just gonna go up underneath it or whatever, walk around it, just like that damn car did. But anyway, so now at this press conference, you got 23,425 people listening in on this press conference, 23,400. And now they're having to answer why the barriers were like they were. Why they didn't have better barriers, you know, to stop the vehicle.
Or behind the police car to gain access to the 100 block of Bourbon Street.
So if you're worried about someone ever driving down Bourbon Street, why weren't you worried about someone driving up the sidewalk and saying, or at least racing the same way?
You see how they don't want to answer that shit. They like, oh, hell, you answer that one. I told you we had barriers. So the news person just made a valid point, but I don't even know if it's valid for this particular press conference. But he said, if you protected the street from a car being able to drive on the street, why didn't you protect the sidewalk is what he just said. He said, if you protect the street, you didn't think to protect the sidewalk. You didn't think that the car could have went around and drove up on the sidewalk. Well, this chief police said, I ain't answering that shit. Come on, governor. You need to answer that, okay?
We could go on what is forever, but this is evil. And that guy could have easily gone down the sidewalk of Canal Street, where there were a ton of pedestrians on there as well.
And there are.
That's right. They're right.
So that's
right.
Hold on a second. We gotta be strong.
So you can tell the governor is definitely getting mad that they asking those questions. He is getting heated and mad because he don't have the answers. He don't have the answers. But again, I don't even know if this is the right time to ask those questions. I don't know, but he is definitely getting mad. And yeah, the senator over there with his drunk ass sipping out them double red cups. Yep, he is.
However, we recognize, I said
everybody know he drunk. Everybody know he drunk.
Earlier, that where there are defects in this system, we are going to be transparent and we are going to address them with the city and make sure that we fill those gaps as best we can. Yeah.
Yeah, Chelsea Grayson with Axios. I have a question just about sort of ongoing public safety today. Special Agent mentioned 2 possible IEDs. Were those in the same location? Should residents in the French Quarter or elsewhere be concerned about potential other situations?
The 2 IEDs that were in different locations, and what we've done in conjunction with our local and state partners, we've gone through and done a sweep to identify anything that we thought was suspicious, and we have not. However, as I said before, if the public sees something, please reach out to us. That way we can go through and verify that we did not miss anything. But we conducted initial sweeps, I think, starting shortly after our initial coverage.
Thank you, Agent. I do want to share that we have a plan and we have been.
You see how they just cut her off? What the hell is going on, y'all? What in the world is going on? Let's go back a little bit. Did she just clearly cut her ass off? Hold on, y'all. Let's go back. Let's go back.
2 possible IEDs. Were those in the same location? Should residents in the French Quarter or elsewhere be concerned about potential other situations?
The 2 IEDs that were in different locations, and what we've done in conjunction with our local and state partners, we've gone through and done a sweep to identify anything that we thought was suspicious, and we have not. However, as I said before, if the public sees something, please reach out to us. That way we can go through and verify that we did not miss anything. But we conducted initial sweeps, I think, starting shortly after our initial coverage.
Thank you, Agent. I do want to.
She didn't even get to finish what? Oh, Lord, child. Let me try to tell you. Honey, she got the patience of Job, baby. You hear me? Now, she's very professional. You can tell she's professional. Look how she's looking like. You just gonna come over here and cut me off. But you know, she's not gonna show any type of disappointment right now or whatever because they just so professional. They're not gonna do that. But I guarantee you she went home and cussed her head off, okay? Her husband got it. Her boyfriend got it. Her kids got it. She is upset, okay? They having no regards to her profession. She is the fucking FBI. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, these people are crazy. But anyway, let's continue. Let's absolutely continue, okay?
I'll share that we have a plan and we have been implementing that plan. One of those plans is that we have swept all of these areas. The word swept means we have put officers out there as a grid, walking down the streets, every street in the French Quarter, looking for suspicious packages, bags, ice chest, you name it. And they have been walking it as a grid. We've been doing the same thing on Poydras and all the accesses into the Superdome. Part of the safety plan is we have bomb dogs out there sweeping the Superdome and all the exterior area, and we're locking that down. That will be locked down through the game tomorrow.
So it seems like the FBI don't like to tell as much information right away without thoroughly investigating it. And it sounds like that's what people want. They want all the details. And so that chief just came up basically trying to say all what they've done, because the FBI agent kind of danced around it. She's like, basically, we're doing all that we can. We're doing all what, we're taking the necessary precautions. But the chief, the white lady right there, she came and was like, this is what we're doing. This is how we did it. This is how it felt when we was doing it. So she's being more detailed, where the FBI agent is kind of being a little reserved because she don't want all the information out until what? Until they do the investigation. Do you understand what I'm saying? Until they do the damn investigation.
So that's a part of that safety plan, and we've already been implementing it.
Okay, thank you all. Question back here for the governor on the MPs. How many MPs will be deployed to New Orleans?
Right now, I think it's a 100. 100. Yeah. All right. Thank you all so much.
Thank you.
What gives you the confidence tomorrow night it'll be safe?
I'm going to be there.
Yeah, me too. You're all staying.
Now, y'all heard that, they asked the governor, what gives you, look at the damn senator, y'all. He's still sipping that damn alcohol in that damn cup. You can't tell me that's water. That ain't water. It's not water, okay? You can't tell me he ain't sipping on something that he's not supposed to be sipping on right now, okay? But anyway, they asked the governor, what gives you the confidence that everything is going to be all right tomorrow at the damn Super Bowl? And the governor says, because I'm going to be there. So because I'm going to be there, that's all the confidence that you need that everything is going to be, up to par. He could have said something like, because I trust my FBIs, I trust my local police, I trust my agencies, I trust the security that we are going to have in place. I trust all of that. But he says, I'm going to be there. That is his response to, that's his confidence that everything is going to be okay. Because I'm going to be there. I'm going to be there. That's all he said, okay? And then you got the senator. The senator is over here. Listen, I want to go back over that part right quick. The senator is over there sipping, okay?
MPs. How many MPs will be deployed to New Orleans?
Right now, I think it's a 100. 100. Yeah. All right. Thank you all so much.
Thank you.
What gives you the confidence tomorrow night it'll be safe?
I'm going to be there.
Yeah, me too. You're all staying.
Yeah, we're going to be there. You are joining
And then the mayor says, we're going to be there, but the senator's still over there sipping.
us right now for an NBC News special report. You've been listening to a news conference with the FBI, the New Orleans mayor, and other Louisiana officials. The biggest new detail we have learned is that the FBI does not believe that the suspect in the truck attack acted alone. In fact, they're asking for the public's help in finding his associates. They say that 42-year-old Shamsu Din Jabbar, they believe did not act alone. They are looking for what they called a range of suspects, and they're asking for anyone who has interacted with him, especially in the fast.
A range of suspects, okay? They looking for a range of suspects, which means plenty. Like, on different levels. He might have just been the fall guy, but they're trying to say a range of suspects, meaning like an organization, right? A whole organization, more people involved, okay?
72 hours to call their digital tip line. That is 1-800-CALL-FBI. Or they said you can go to the FBI's website or their social media accounts. Also, interestingly, the Mayor LaToya Cantrell ask people to not violate their secured area. It is still an active crime scene as they're on the hunt for anyone who could have been associated with that suspect. Governor Jeff Landry there saying that he has organized an emergency declaration to organize resources there. And of course, we have updates now on that Sugar Bowl.
Yeah, the Sugar Bowl, we have learned the big college football playoff game that was scheduled for tonight in New Orleans at the Super Bowl has now been postponed 24 hours until tomorrow. Again, it was scheduled for tonight. They say they're prioritizing public safety by postponing that game. And Morgan, just to note a couple of other things, we heard the Attorney General of the state of Louisiana say that there are many victims who are still in the hospital. Some are fighting for their lives, she said. And one last note, we heard from several of the authorities there saying they're hunting these folks down were the words that the governor used in describing additional suspects that they think they may be looking for. The FBI agent in charge, assistant agent in charge said, we're looking at a range of suspects. Let's go ahead and bring in NBC News law enforcement and intelligence correspondent Tom Winter.
Now, of course, I'm no expert at any damn thing, right? But I will say that I would not just postpone it to 24 hours. And the reason being is because they did not catch everybody. When they say that they feel like it's more people involved, then I would think that the terrorists would also think about, oh, okay, so they postpone, they're not going to do the game tonight. They're going to postpone it, and they're probably going to postpone it to tomorrow. So, you know, when terrorists do these type of attacks, they think they plan things out in their heads. So I'm not wishing or even speaking into existence anything happening to the Sugar Bowl. However, I would think that the suspects, the terrorist attackers, thought about this as well. Okay, they probably have to have thought that, hey, they're going to postpone it to tomorrow, so we need to have something set up for tomorrow. Okay, let's just see.
And also Carmen Best, NBC News law enforcement analyst, retired Seattle police chief. Tom, for the viewers who just joined us and maybe didn't hear everything, there was a lot in that press conference. The biggest thing, as Morgan said, seemed to be that this is not just one person. They believe they've got a suspect who is deceased, but they think there are potentially more people out there who helped him.
That's exactly right, Kate. And that is the big information from this press conference. They are looking for anybody that knows what this individual is. Shamsuddin Jabbar, 42 years old, born in Texas, current address, public records, look up.
Exactly, Michelle. You don't think that they would think, okay, they're gonna this scared them, so they're gonna postpone till tomorrow. So we need to have something in play for tomorrow. You know what I mean? Plan A, B, C, and D, you know?
It shows that he has ties to the Houston area. We obviously know from that truck that we reported earlier today had Texas license plates on it. It was a rented Ford truck. So this was not a truck that this individual owned. And they are, according to the FBI, there is a belief that they are looking for other individuals. And we heard that at numerous times during the press conference, not just from the FBI, but from other state officials and from a U.S. senator. But we didn't hear is specifically who they're looking for or how serious this might be. We did get confirmation, something that we've been reporting throughout the course of the afternoon here at NBC News, that there were at least 2 other IED type devices that they found that could have been planted near here, that they're trying to determine whether or not those are viable explosives, as well as a potential improvised explosive device, a homemade explosive that was found inside the vehicle. Again, the FBI there and their special agent bomb technicians trying to determine whether or not that was a viable explosive as well. There were weapons.
All right, so we can go on and on. So anyway, we're gonna stop here because, you know, I only got like less than 2 hours now to rest up a little bit and come back with my story of Justin. However, let's just really pay attention to this. I will be giving you guys updates, but right now we have 15 deceased and I guess the 35 or maybe 30 injured, because I don't know if the other 5 deceased came from the pool of the injured. So let's just say right now we have 15 deceased and multiple injuries, okay? So again, an unfortunate tragedy, which I do believe they will get down to the bottom of it and find out what's really going on. So I just hope everybody just be careful, be safe, you know, because it may have been New Orleans last night. It could be your area tonight. So wherever you're going out to, my prayers are with you guys. Just be careful, you guys. You know what I'm saying? And I know it's probably not anything that you could do except for staying at home. And no one should be scared to go anywhere and have to stay home. But at the same time, if I was in New Orleans, I would get gone, okay? I would definitely get gone. Hell to the no, all right? So anyway, thank you guys for tuning in to me. I will keep you updated as to what's going on. Thank you, Ms. D, for the super chat. She says, check your inbox quickly. And I did, and I will show that my next live, okay? Thank you so much. Thank you, Jerry Ann. She said, hey, Amora in chat, 2025 is our year. It is, girl. It's definitely going to be our year. Thank you, Jerry Ann. Rita, member for 6 months, says, Amora, you know you're the GOAT when I'd rather listen to you for the news. Happy New Year. Thank you, Rita. I appreciate that. You hear me? Yes, Amora replayed the big. Oh, I did that one. Thank you. Yes. And thank you, MF and Candy Girl. Okay. He won't pull that. Okay. On the mayor. Thank you guys so much. And Tinkers, why did that one didn't come up? Where that one go? Child, I don't know where that one at. I know I got it, but I don't even see it over here. That's weird. But anyway, I know it's there. I know it's there, but I just don't see it over here. That's weird. Anyway. So, but thank you, Tinkers. And let me see. Tinker says, here's to minding your own channel in 2025. Here, yes, minding my own damn channel. Okay, I know it's there, but I don't see it. But anyway, thank you guys so very much. I do appreciate y'all. She said, y'all hear about this Tesla truck exploding? Oh, Lord. She didn't know. Hell no. But anyway, she said, breaking news, Cybertruck explodes in interest of Trump Hotel in Vegas. Yeah, we seen that one, Binky Bink. Somebody said that earlier, that a truck exploded right in front of Trump Hotel. But that type of stuff, in my opinion, now y'all talking about some government playing games. I do believe some of that be fake. And the reason why I say that is because, you know, they want to try to make it seem like Trump is under attack. But that's just my own little 5 cents and a damn penny. So, yeah. But anyway, she said, yes, don't live in fear, but be smart and be alert. That part right there. Don't live in fear, you guys. Still carry on with your plans. However, just be smart. You know what I'm saying? Be smart and be alert. But what I would do is before I go out, I would check the security and see what they got going on, whether it's, you know, some damn real barriers or whatnot. You know, just be careful, you guys. That's all I can say is be careful. But, you know, you can never, ever be too careful. Unfortunately, you can't. But thank you, Sunshine. I do appreciate it. You know, and I'm glad you guys enjoyed this type of commentary. I mean, I know it's a little different than where we come from, but Levette sent this to me this morning, and I just had to talk about it because I'm like, wait a minute. It's already 2025, and we got our first terrorist attack? Like, what the hell? You know what I mean? She said they are investigating as a possible terrorist attack, the Tesla. Oh, they're trying to find out if that's a terrorist attack? Ah, man. Okay, well, I guess we'll just be finding that out real soon, okay? But welcome to 2025. Welcome to 2025. All right? I love y'all. I will be back at 4 o'clock to talk about Justin. Lord, Father God, he's a whole nother case. All right, I'll talk to y'all soon. Hit that thumbs up on the way out, and I love y'all. Bye.
Because they can't make $1 without mentioning down one of our names.
Jay! She kept talking about that family.
Hoes over there.
She kept talking about that family. 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 That family. She kept talking about that family. Talking about that family.
These motherfuckers don't be want to listen. Because they can't make $1 without mentioning down one of our